On today's IRS tax refund update, with 1 week to go until the tax filing deadline, we will take a look at the latest developments, including the next rounds of tax refunds scheduled for release and the latest tax return backlog numbers out from the IRS. And from there, we will recap issues facing those impacted by delays, including the 570 tax transcript code, as well as the action required message, along with adjusted tax refunds, and what happens if your tax refund is returned to the IRS due to incorrect bank account information. Now, starting off with the latest, as the next rounds of tax refunds are scheduled for release on April 8th and 9th, as confirmed by the refund status results and tax transcripts seen here. And if you are part of these latest refund batches and have chosen to receive that refund via direct deposit, you should see that refund post to your bank account by that refund date, and in some cases possibly before, depending on your bank. But do allow 5 additional days after the refund date for it to post to your bank account before initiating a payment trace with the IRS. Meanwhile, those who are receiving paper checks should receive it in the mail within 7 to 10 days of that refund date. Also, taking a look at the latest numbers from the IRS, as of their latest update, they are reporting 88.5 million tax returns have been processed out of 89.5 million that have been filed, with a current remaining balance of 1,023,000 unprocessed tax returns, which include a number of our viewers who are still experiencing delays. And it is important to note that number is up from 941,000 unprocessed tax returns reported in our last update, and we do expect that backlog number to grow as additional tax returns are submitted before the tax filing deadline, with some of those refund delays extending into the summer months. We are also hearing from a growing number of viewers who are encountering the 570 and 971 codes on their tax transcripts. As seen here, now this could be due to a variety of reasons, and it is important to note, if you see these codes with the same dates listed next to them on your tax transcript, that the IRS has resolved any issue they encountered during tax processing, and your refund will be cleared for release. Meanwhile, if these codes have 2 separate dates, it means there still is an issue with your tax return and action is still required. Now, the top causes of this situation include the need to submit documentation for a dependent. If one of several credits like EITC is being claimed, it could also be due to the need to complete ID verification or the need to submit wage and tax withholding documentation like a W-2 or a 1099 form. Moving on to other issues impacting tax filers waiting on their tax refunds, including encountering the yellow action required message when checking their refund results online. And there are 2 top reasons why this is happening. Starting out with, the IRS has identified a possible issue with your tax return, which will result in them mailing you a letter requesting further information. And the likely cause of this is the IRS computer system has identified an issue with the wage or withholding amounts you filed on your tax returns and needs documentation from you to support what you entered on your tax return, such as a W-2 or 1099, along with copies of pay stubs. Now, while in past years, tax filers had no other choice but to mail those documents to the IRS, in recent years they are allowing those forms to be uploaded online, which will reduce the wait and processing time. As more refunds are being sent out by the week, also come additional reports of adjusted tax refunds, which can be due to a variety of reasons, such as past due tax debt, past due child support, rejection of a tax credit being claimed, or miscalculation on the tax return in question. Now, as it pertains to several of these adjusted refunds, the affected tax filers will receive this letter, the CP-12, notice from the IRS detailing the amount of the adjusted refund and reason behind the adjustment, and it will allow the tax filer to appeal the decision made within 60 days of the notice. However, if there is no appeal, you should receive that refund usually around 6 weeks. Now, as more tax refunds are being released weekly, come reports of viewers who accidentally put the wrong bank account information on their tax returns when selecting to receive that refund via direct deposit. And if you're impacted by this, do note, once your return has been accepted, you cannot go back and change your banking information and must wait for the IRS to send that direct deposit out. And from there, the bank in question will return that refund as rejected back to the IRS, where it will appear under the 841 code on your tax transcript, after which time the IRS will mail you out a paper check to the address on file within 4 to 6 weeks of receiving that refund back. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax issue. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.